The issue with the black community is not even the Pookies and Ray Rays. The issue with the black community are the people who know better. The people who aren't criminal minded, but they apologize and defend criminals and criminality at all costs. The mother who knows her son's a gangbanger. She knows he's the trigger man for the gang. As a matter of fact, she let the gang members come hang out at her garage every single day. She is not a criminal, but she harbors, nurtures, and perpetuates a criminal element. She's the problem. She's the problem. When her little Pookie gets arrested and they trying to ship his ass up the river, she the one who gonna run out and refinance the house to get a lawyer to keep that degenerate out on the streets. That's the problem. We have too many people in our community who do something that doesn't exist in any other community, who apologize and defend criminal behavior. I'll give you there was a movie called Fast and the Furious. I think it was Fast and Furious. You remember the first Fast and Furious where they was getting into it with those Asians? And the Asian daddy found out that he was robbing the trucks. They thought it was Dom them, but it was the Asians. And when his daddy found out he was stealing, what did his dad do? That's my baby. No. That boy walked in the house, his dad slapped the dog shit out of him. You shame this family. Get the hell out. They disown their criminals. They evict them. They excommunicate them from society. What do black people do? We celebrate our criminals. Free the homie fast. That's my nigga. We went to school together. Well, your homie is a mass murderer. He kills people who look just like you every day and does drugs and probably rapes women. But you're celebrating it because you feel like being closely associated with the criminal element within your community gives you value and importance. See, that's what Nick Fuentes is not going to say. Because he's never lived a black experience, but he grew up in Chicago, so he knows a lot about black criminality. It doesn't hurt me when Nick Fuentes says that. It tells me, yo, we need to do better. Because as long as someone like that could say things about our community, like what he says, and it's true, there's an issue that needs to be taken care of. If you don't like him talking about you, stop doing it. And if you're not the one doing it, stop defending it. Simple as that. And then there's an old saying, if you conquer the enemy within, the enemy at the gates can do you no harm. And that's us. Black America has an enemy within its own ranks. But we trying to fight everybody who's outside the gate. But you need to deal with the enemy on the inside. And once you deal with the enemy on the inside, the enemy outside, they can't do nothing to you. People like Nick Fuentes have no power over your feelings. Debates. First word. Nick doesn't like black people. Who cares? Why are black people obsessed with being liked? You better go watch that movie Fences and that scene where Denzel talks to his son about being liked. Nobody gotta like you. As long as they ain't getting in lynch mobs and coming to hang your ass from the nearest tree, you should be okay with white people. Because when they was lynching you and burning your body up, you wasn't doing nothing about it. That's what kills me about black people. We swear we got all these smoke from white people. White folks would put on sheets on their face, pull up on your front door, drag you and your kids out the house, burn you in a tree, hang you and burn you in a tree, and black people didn't do nothing but say, don't go outside after dark. But all of a sudden, we about to go to war. Come on, bro. You don't want to. You love them too much. You like a dog, owner kick it, the dog's still trying to lay up under him. But you mad at Nick Fuentes because he's an easy target, low-hanging fruit.
Okay, so what was it?
I'm gonna take a pause on the facts, guys.
I mean,
that's a fact.
If you're asking me, do I think that people that kill people need to go to jail? I think that's an undeniable fact.
For sure.
I think that a lot of the crime against other black people that comes from black people is a problem. We've said that on this channel 100 times.
2 + 2.
I mean, it's like I can't. It's like I'm not going to be offended at something that I've also said.
Now, Pierce, he just said, "Oh, I went to Chicago University." That's the
I
problem.
said my son did.
Well, whatever. A lot of these liberals. I'm not going to say Pierce is liberal. I don't know what he is. A lot of people that try to sugarcoat what's going on in the black community have never been to the hood, and they have never been around black people enough to know what black people do here. So.
I mean, we just watched the video of a birthday party getting shot up. I mean, these are the type of people and type of things that happen in the hood. I mean, it may not happen at the rate people try to deny it, but the fact that it happens is enough to make these type of comments. I think those people need to go to jail. I've said that on this channel too. I've said that the crime that black people commit against other black people is a problem. We talk about that on this channel all the time. We get accused of being coons, sellouts, tap dancing for white. So it's like, bro, I'm a black person. I see crimes committed against people that look like me by people that look like me. I take issue with it. It doesn't matter who agrees with me.
So the brother with the red and white hat is basically saying he's tired of black hypocrisy. If I call out the crime in our community, black people disparage me. If you say, hey, we got to do better, we can't be out here, doing the stuff that we doing. Oh, you a coon, etc. Somebody in the comments was literally calling me a white apologist for saying that Nick Fuentes is right about the criminality in the black community. Whether you call me you could call me anything you want, just don't call me late for dinner, and it's not going to change the facts. Les Brown said it best. If you argue for your limitations, the problem is if you win the argument, you get to keep them. That's like somebody arguing for why they should let the gas keep on running on the stove. When you turn your stove on, you say, you smell some gas? Yeah, I smell gas. Go check the stove. It's like somebody laying on the floor saying, man, I'm tired. I don't feel like checking the stove. Da-da-da-da. Well, dude, listen. If you win the argument and you don't got to get up and go check the stove, you get to die. That's your consolation. That's your reward. You get to succumb to carbon monoxide poisoning in the middle of the night. Hooray for you. That's black folks. We so desperate to win an argument that we will argue in defense of things that hurt us. And if someone points that out, they're a coon, a traitor, a Uncle Tom, and every other derogatory name you could call a black person. But what the other brother said, he said, oh, well, Nick is just stating obvious facts. Well, if the facts are so obvious, why are we having disagreement about it? If the facts are so obvious, why are you mad that Nick Fuentes is getting paid to talk about it? You got black folks talking about celebrities. Oh, whoop-de-whoop in the Illuminati. That was a sacrifice. Oh, this Hollywood is controlled. Okay, we know all that. Why we know that. But you still got people getting paid to keep on talking about it. Just because something is well known doesn't mean people are going to stop talking about it. No, you're mad because you don't like when a person who you don't like when anybody tells you the truth. Whether they're black, white, blue, or green. But then if you ask them, well, what's your solution? I don't know. I don't even get involved in that stuff. Your solution is to ignore it in the name of radical individualism. But then when your kid get beat up by the cops, you want me to go get out in the street and march for you. So they're having like a brotherly disagreement because one is like, he's just stating obvious stuff. And the other one's like, yeah, and that's cool. But as long as black people are criticized and condemned for stating it, guess what? The only time you're going to listen to it is when a white person like Nick Fuentes says it. And I need you to get the message. I don't care about how offended you are. You want him to stop talking about it? Stop doing it.
It's a problem.
These conservative ideologies are 2 + 2. Now,
it's really not even a conservative ideology.
Listen to what this dude said. These conservative ideologies. And this dude with no hat, with the gray eyes or whatever he's got, he represents what's wrong with black people. These conservative ideologies are 2 + 2. Dude, not wanting to get your house shot up is a conservative ideology. He's a freaking moron. Someone wanting to live in a peaceful neighborhood is not conservative or liberal. It's just human. I don't want my kids getting shot at on the way to school. When someone sit up and say that common sense is a conservative ideology, thank you for pushing people more to the conservative side of the aisle. If common sense is conservative, what does it mean to be liberal? What is liberal? Willful ignorance, willful obtuseness. See, they tell them themselves every time they open their mouth. If you're a black person who doesn't want to live in a neighborhood where your son is getting jumped on the way to school, if you're a black person who doesn't want to live in a neighborhood that's getting shot up every damn day, you somehow are a traitor to your race and a white supremacist supporter and apologist.